Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute, but your girl's back and I got some tea to tell you. Here's a story time for you guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't and comment down below if you like this video, and I love you guys so much. This goes back in the day. Obviously your girl ain't got no stories now because I'm a prude, but back in the day I was crazy. I was crazy. So this goes back to my first time ever trying weed, and it was the cool thing, and it was awesome, and people was popping it with, homies, and smoking it up. I'm not proud of it, but I mean, everybody's done something, I feel like. So I mean, yeah, I would usually see people smoking this in parties, at clubs, and like stuff like that, and I wasn't really intrigued. I wasn't like trying to do it. I wasn't like, damn, I need to smoke some weed, if not I'm gonna go crazy. But there was a lot of peer pressure at the time. I was, in high school, and all my friends were doing it, and it was the cool thing, right? So we went to this party. I remember it was like a Friday night, me and a group of friends and my best friend, and we were all chilling, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm down to try it because everybody in the car was doing it, and we were on our way to this party. So everybody's passing around, a blunt, and I was like, alright, I guess it's my turn. So I hit it, and I was trying to be cool, and I was smoking and hitting it and just didn't think anything of it. For some reason in my head I thought it was like a cigarette. I was like, I'm just gonna get like probably a little lightheaded. I ain't gonna experience much. So I was just hitting it like no other, and they're like, calm down, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And I was like, nah girl, I got this. So I passed it on, and I didn't feel anything. I was just sitting there like, what is this? Are y'all guys just making up shit? Like, I don't feel anything. And my friend was like, oh, you'll feel it. Just give it a second. You're just probably not used to it because you've never had it before. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I was waiting for something to happen. Never did. So I was just like, let me just hit it one more time. She's like, okay, be careful. So here I go again. I was just smoking, and I was like, I don't feel nothing. Okay, whatever. We get off at a McDonald's before we show up to this party. I remember because my friend had to pee. So she goes and pees, and I started to get a little hungry, and I thought that was the munchies. So I ordered a Big Mac, and I was like, alright, I'm ready to go. So I was eating it on the way there. Tell me why me eating made it worse, because this is when it started hitting me. I started feeling very lightheaded. I started feeling like I couldn't breathe. My lungs were closing up. I felt like everybody around me was moving so slow. I couldn't feel my hands. I remember slapping them together, and I couldn't feel them. My face, I couldn't feel that. I was freaking out. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What is this? I told my friend, I was like, I can't feel myself. I can't feel myself walk or talk. I'm freaking out. And she's like, oh, that's just your high. You just don't trip, because if you trip, it's going to be a bad trip. You need to calm down, just chill. And I was trying to calm myself, but I was too much in my head. I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I can't breathe. I was trying to tell myself, breathe, Crystal, breathe. I was trying to remind myself, if I don't fucking breathe, I'm going to die. And I was like trying to breathe, and I could not get it going. I was freaking out. I guess I looked like a crazy fuck back here because I was sitting in the back, and I remember they were looking at me like, are you okay? Because I was like, like I was freaking myself out. And I was like, pull over. I told him, the driver, he was like her homeboy or something. I didn't really know him. And he was like, nah, I ain't gonna pull over. I'm in the middle of a highway. And I was like, pull over. If you don't pull over, I'm gonna get out. He's like, chill. And everybody was trying to calm me down. I was like, nah, y'all need to just pull over because I'm about to freak the fuck out. And my friend's like, yeah, pull over, because she's freaking out. And he wasn't pulling over. I remember opening the car door, and we were driving like at least 70 miles per hour, and I was trying to open the door, and it was slamming on me because of the wind and stuff. And I was trying to pull in, and people were trying to hold me back, and I was like, I need to get out. I could have killed myself this night, now that I think of it. By this point, my friend was like, you need to pull over at least on the car lane where, you know, you break down, at least that, because she can't wait till an exit. And so we pull over, and I open the door and I'm running, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to breathe. So I just remember like falling on the floor and closing my eyes and putting my like knees to my head, and I was trying to breathe and trying to tell myself like, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay, it's just a trip, it's just a trip. And I remember my friend was like, you need water, you need to calm down, because if not, we're gonna get pulled over and the cops and blah blah blah. Like, okay, so I started drinking water, and the trip just kept getting bigger and bigger, which is weird because I've heard people say if you eat it calms down, but for me it wasn't. It was like making it worse, and I was like seeing shit. I was starting to see like fake shit, like stuff that wasn't there. I don't know if this was fake weed. I don't know what it was, but I was not having a good time. I was crying. I remember that I wanted just to lay there. I was in the middle. The highway was right here, and there was like a little piece of grass right here, and then there was a highway on the other side. So I was literally in the middle of two highways, just laying on the floor in the middle of the night. And my friends were like pulled over, and they're like, you need to get in because we're gonna get pulled over. A cop's gonna wonder what we're doing here. And I was just like, I can't get in the car. I feel like the car's going too fast and I'm going too slow, if that makes sense. They're like, you just need to get in and we'll pull over somewhere else. So I get in, and my friend was just like, we're almost to the party, can you make it? I was like, yeah. So I closed my eyes, and I don't know if I fell asleep or not, but I just remember waking up and we're at the party, and she's like, okay, we're here, you can get off. So I got off, and I remember that my friend was just like, you're gonna be fine, you just need to breathe. And the guy that we were hanging out with, he was real sketchy, like from the beginning. Like, he's the one who gave us the weed, and he was the one that was like carrying waters, and like he had pills. He was like a drug dealer, I think. I don't freaking know. I don't know him. I didn't know him. I just met him through my friend. And the water that she gave me, to this day, I still think that he like put something in it. Like, I don't know if he put like a pill or something in it, but I just remembered that I drank that, and I wasn't feeling good. I had drank like this much of it, and I remember telling her what was in that water, and she's like, I don't know, I didn't drink any of it. And she's like, but he's been drinking it and he's fine. And I was like, no, he ain't. And then she's like, yeah, he's just high, that's how he acts. He was acting real sketchy. He was sweating like a mother chucker, Papa Molly, I'm sweating type shit. And she was just like, maybe he did put something in it, I don't know, the thing was sealed, like I don't know. And I was like freaking out. I was like, I cannot breathe. I was pissed because she made me, not made me, but we were involved with the guy that did this. It was my fault for smoking it, but it was also her fault for involving all of us in this little situation. But I was pissed at her. I was trying to calm down and not like yell at her, but we were like not, we were getting into altercation. We were basically yelling at each other. I was like, I'm leaving. She's like, you can leave, go ahead. And I was just like, bye, bitch. So I started walking out of this party. I called one of my friends, and he's like, I'll pick you up. So I was waiting, and I was sitting down, and I felt like I was doing this the whole time, and I wasn't. So after that, I finally got in the car with my friend, and I took off, and we were trying to calm me down the whole freaking time because I'm fucking dry heaving and like freaking out. And so he's like, you're sweating. He looks at me, he's like, you're sweating like crazy. You're starting to worry me. You're looking real pale, more pale than usual. He's like, I kind of want to take you to the hospital. You don't look okay. And I was like, no. I cannot go to the hospital. They're going to arrest me. Like, I can't do that. So we go to his house, and I'm chilling there. I just remember sweating and throwing up, sweating and throwing up, sweating and throwing up. And he's like, I think he gave you something through that water, and because we don't do this to you. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what he did. And so I fall asleep, and the next day I wake up, and I'm soaked in sweat. I had sweated all night. I was not feeling okay. I was like, wow, like I felt like I had a huge hangover. It was disgusting. And she messaged me, my friend. She was like, I hope you're okay. I was like, yeah, whatever, it's okay, we'll get over it. And she's like, turns out he tried to drug me last night and rape me. Bitch, what? Who is this guy? I fucking call her. I'm like, why would you hang out with this person? How did you know him? She's like, it's a friend of my brother's and I trusted him. And that water that you drank, he put something in it because he handed that to me. And that whole night, I wasn't feeling good. I was throwing up. And she was saying the same things I was going through. She was like, he took me to my house and he was like in the parking lot and I was trying to get out. He wasn't letting me out and he was trying to rape me and it was just crazy. And I was like, oh my god, this guy is disgusting for doing that. Like, disgusting. That night I almost died. I almost fucking got raped probably if I would have stayed with her. And just the fact that I don't know what the fuck that water had, but it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. And if you're watching this, you're disgusting. And just be careful when you're out there and don't do drugs. And yeah, that was the last time I smoked weed. I was so paranoid after that. I was so paranoid. I did not fucks with it. I didn't hang out with people that did it. And if my friend wanted to do it, I was like, we cannot chill. You can do it whenever. I don't care if you guys are going to say maybe it wasn't real weed. Maybe it was something in the weed. I don't care. Just the fact that I had the bad trip, that just ruined it for all. You know, I'm not the type that likes to do drugs or anything. I don't like not feeling like I'm here. So weed kind of like calms you down and relaxes you, and it also like makes you feel like you're not here. I don't know. I don't fucks with it. But if you fucks with it, go ahead. But I don't fucks with it anymore. But yeah, that's my story time about the time I almost fucking died smoking weed and this water, magic water he gave me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Today's my birthday, by the way. It's Friday and it's not Friday. What the fuck am I talking about? But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and bye.